of the map because it's hype, it's exciting, right? I'm curious to see how good Tao is, a player obviously promoted from, you know, Div 2, and a guy who I think has. So, haven't lost out too much in these first few levels.
This is not the game I expected.
Going mid! Oh, this is the time! He did the thing!
That's it!
Getting the revive cooldown is good, but giving up your flash is going to make things tricky.
I was surprised to see Lost Ratones move up towards that top side and try and cover for the boss, though. And the heal burnt now on Reckless. You still have all these summoner spells up. Hazel.
Crownie,
he has
barrier. Combo. Crownie, what? They didn't thought Prime was gone! They already got the Drake. So as excited as we were for the boss early play for the 1v1 top side, Tao getting extra levels is big because Zahed is so cooldown gated early on, and now Velia in trouble.
Oh god.
Doesn't have the flag anymore. Yukino wants to keep the play going. Flash over the wall, follow with the clone from Yukino. Another spin on the Cyclone.
He did.
Now down he goes. That's the solo kill. Los Ratones bully them out as Milsu zoning with the ball. And I gotta say, we mentioned how important jungle was gonna be. Yukino absolutely dominating in the context of that 1v1 match. His boss now going all in. That's the ulti from Tao. Boss maybe waiting for the attack to expire, but the damage, just too much. Tao as well. And Novelia does not have his. KCB, 4-stacked on the objective. Top laner's the only ones not to participate. Crownie debating if they want to go in. Velia caught off to the side as the Drake goes down. Will flag and drag out. So a little bit premature on the ulti there.
But the call was boss is missing, and Yukino knows it.
Flag, drag the Q, follow up, thunder rains from the sky. Yukino able to flash briefly, but it looks like boss is gonna finish him. It's the shutdown. Nemesis now in trouble. Will be able to walk it off. On the other hand, needs to be ready to flag and drag initial interrupt. Boss wants to keep this going. Still has the extra help from the ultis. The hand ulti coming in as well. Velia goes down. Nemesis solo. Prime wandering his way in. Reckless with the extra healing to defend his mid laner. Boss going on a bit of a walkabout on the top side. KCB still coming out even in that trade, but Boss, I don't think he's walking away from this one. Oh, the heal is there. The Q flash, hand delivered back to Tao.
That could have been so much worse for Lost Ratones. But Camilo
Hazel the threat of the all-in with the ultimate. Very real. Is Boss not afraid to continue trading despite being down 2 levels. Ulti there. Healing is going to escape, gets pulled back. He's going to die.
And I don't think that's a good one.
Nope.
But here we go, Velia.
Now might be in trouble in the meantime. Yukino, they're trying to cut him down. Velia wants to finish the kill desperately, but Yukino is still alive. Nemesis and Reckless on the way out.
To get for Dragon, and Lost Ratones haven't really managed to trade for anything on the map.
No, I haven't. I mean, it's difficult when you're so far behind in terms of overall pressure. You can see Boss trying to win out on the 1v1. It will hold the tower for a little bit longer. Tao has overcommitted a bit, doesn't have access to the flash, does have access to the ignite. This is an opportunity to turn. The passive is not stacked. This should just be the quick kill for the Boss. Tao, tunnel vision on the tower, and it's going to cost him, but it's Prime with the 3-man! Instantaneous. The way to disengage is just too late. KCB find a slightly better fight, but it's Los Ratones who take the objective. And it's only Reckless who drops.
The numbers advantage for Lost Ratones makes it tough. But Velia under pressure, and so is that top tower.
That it is. Camilo takes it out now. Nemesis needs to make it away. Pretty confident there's no shockwave, as he just saw in the previous fight, but it was only a few seconds off being able to lock him down. Real EU crowd experience, true. Shout out to the blue wall and the Los Ratones. Do you guys call yourself the Rats?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good. That makes sense. It's not something you want to call someone unless they ask to be called it, you know?
Elsewhere. We'll have to see if that is going to be the plan. Is Prime a little bit far forward?
Celestial opposition already popped, forcing the ulti out as well. Has been completely caught out. Good realm warp to punish. But now Boss needs to escape here. He's done the thunder. Carrying through that tower, 160 gold for himself. Yeah. The Boss off on the side, but so they have now marked him 6K, getting lower. Los Ratones have to be super careful. The Boss already caught on side. Protobelt's away. Tao just chasing down. Velia going for the initial engage on Camilo, trying to force out an early shockwave. And down goes the Ori. Now it's Nemesis on the flank. Hazel in an excellent position to try and take over the fight, but he hasn't been able to get any damage down yet. Prime going in. Drake stolen. Crownie manages to get it. That's the Freak Master in the midst of the fight. I don't know what he's doing, but it's starting to get freaky. KCB still trading down just a bit on the kills. It can't finally engage. Tao dropping as well.
Camilo should never have been on the front line here. So many members of KCB are being distracted by the boss. Velia gets back out over the sides, and And by some miracle.
He isn't in a position to buy a Seekers right now. Presumably building towards it. Nemesis grabs a tower and the gold gets closer and closer, but this is a pretty even game. I would say scaling, I don't know how you feel. I think scaling still probably favors KCB in the long run, but
yeah,
Crownie able to finish that third item does mean that he's quite scary.
It's just more of a, how do KCB play it? Because I think if you do play for, oh, hang on, Rebellion? He's out.
Nope. Whoa, what out? He was in.
Did he click out?
He must have clicked out. No, now Crownie's gone too. He's just been picked up.
Lance, what are you doing? Lance is in front of Baron! And you lost your tier 2 of boss!
I mean, Mark asked me yesterday if I could hype his team up, and that last play I was hyped, but that was rough. 2 back-to-back picks. 1 misclick, 1 misstep. 2 champions dead, and now KCB get a Baron, well earned to punish, to find those angles. Yukino constantly on the hunt. Los Ratones caught asleep at the wheel.
Mid lane goes to town.
Next flash over the wall, might be both. Prime, initial engage on Develia, looking pretty solid. Flag and drag out from Develia. Prime caught up a good bubble to keep him locked up, and the tower still standing as Tau breaks down the mid lane tier 2. The Baus pulled a little bit back by the shockwave. Hazel ulting as well. And now KCB retreating, but again, it's Tau in the...
This is much more difficult to play.
Haven't quite marked Tau yet. The Baus being realm warped into the backline. Flash in from Yukino. Crownie split from the fight initially, but still able to lay down a couple of auto attacks. Nemesis completely split out. Needs to get away from Tau. He's fast enough, but the Baus is getting taken down in the meantime. Tau single-handedly splitting the fight, forcing Nemesis away. KCB standing strong. The Baus caught once again. The Dark Englaive just continues to find him. Bullbear doing his best to run a slow there, connecting. But here comes Prime once again, so good on finding the angles. Down goes the Baus. Drake to the side of KCB. Were able to steal the Drake, where they were able to find some of those kills and even it up. It's just been all KCB. Which honestly, so for that, in some sense.
TP in behind Nemesis now, though. He's going to have to realm warp out of this.
Collapse is there, Realm Warp is there, flash forward, hoping for the shockwave. It is gonna connect. Nemesis will get taken down. The damage potential from the Rise is there, but he's just CC'd. 60 seconds down the death timer. We are 32 minutes into this game. KCB will grab another Baron, perhaps the final one of the game.
There's no contest from Lost Ratones. They just want to push in waves, get as much gold as they can, maybe get a place. But KCB with a second Baron and very little left when it comes towards turrets for Lost Ratones. It feels like this should be the base getting cracked by the French.
Yeah, I mean, it's French workout.
Yeah.
The French, hell yeah. KCB did not expect this level of Wampa Stomp, but here we are.
Yeah.
And again,
genuinely really impressed.
I mean, Yukino is the story. Everyone has played their part.
Yukino!
Ah, the no and Yukino. I see. Follow up from Prime. Oh, God! Did we just cast or curse them? I was about to praise Prime. Follow up from the Baus. He thinks that's his time to go in. I still don't know if this is a great fight. Turning it back again. The W is crucial on the bite there. Baus doing a lot of damage, but the chain CC is there. Can't quite get the shield down. Crownie now gonna be in trouble. Decent tidal wave, but CC immune is Tau. Dashes right through the Cataclysm. Finds the kill. Nemesis now running away.
Mountain Soul available for KCB.
Comedy of errors.
Yeah.
Prime whiffed. Yukino whiffed. KCB still won. And that's the power of a wallet. It was so recently created. This is the instant turn on the flanker to collapse on the boss. If they wait longer, he does enough damage to find at least one kill there. But the immediate collapse, recognizing the position of the train that Los Ratones can't really follow if they choose that angle, means that fight just goes even more in their favor. Now they've got a Mountain Soul, they've got a 10k gold lead.
All this has proven to me is that we never should have gotten rid of sister teams, you know?
True. We need 2
Proof is in the
M-Boys.
pudding.
2 G2s. Maybe not 2 Fanatics, but you know, something.
Yeah, it's just four members of KCB kind of just do what they want.
Shockwave's nothing.
Okay.
And Tau doesn't participate.
Okay.
Most Ratones can win a fight. 100%.
I think it's fair. And they get Hazel. That's also
yeah. It's still a close fight.
And here we go.
They found Hazel. They've knocked up Hazel. Another piece of CC will hit Hazel, but no damage is hitting the Yunara. Prime re-engaging on the boss. The boss now in trouble. Quick stun back. Both sides just running back and forth, but it's another super wave. Both Ratones don't really have time to move back to Fountain. Crownie hasn't been able to find an angle of attack, but Hazel's ulti is now faded. Surely if there was a time, the time is now. Camilla's stone cold though, still has access to the shockwave, waiting for the perfect moment. Yukino rooted. A lot of damage coming in from Nemesis the boss.
Oh my god.
Goes in on Rise. Tao a lot of damage. CC immune in the midst of the entire team. They're going to burn it down before he gets the revive. Crucially, Boss off to the side. Might be able to make the difference. That's the exhaust, but KCB not going to falter. Boss going right back in. Hazel going to delete him. Holy stack now on the queue as Yukino is spinning in the back line, but it's going to cost him his life. KCB set. I set on the objective. One more auto. Crownie manages to kill him. If they kill Camilla too, they have a chance. One more auto onto Camilla. They're running. KCB wants the wave in. He goes, oh no, Camilla, that's not it. Goes for the flash. He gets him. The timing is off. The Zanyas. They don't have the damage. KCB.
Reckless still wishing he was an AD carry right now.